Once again, please stand when your name is called. These are the nominees for friendliest. They always have a smile, ready to shake a hand, give a kind word or a hug. The male nominees are Jason Bean, Samuel Mitchell, the female nominees are Sasha Reed, Leila Sabri, Faith Brereton, and Liz Mendez. And your winners are Jason Bean and Faith Brereton.
Go Bees! Let's go Bees! She's in court.
All right, for the second time, I'm going to continue. This year, we have something very special. This year, the senior class has selected their favorite administrator. An administrator is someone who not only disciplines, but also encourages. Although this describes each of our administrators here at South Carolina High School, the seniors have selected only one. So, the 2022-2023 favorite administrator is Mr. Joseph.
Thanks, Jennifer, because we want you to get your picture. Very good. Number 11 now. I'm counting. But you have numbers on the script. So our next teacher tapper is a woman who makes us very proud, Dr. Tiffany Jones.
Happy Friday. Okay, so this student is super special to me. I've had this student in class for 2 years, but they have been a piece of my classroom and a piece of my organizations that I work with all 4 years of school. The student had the proud honor of being one of our Jordan Honor Program selectors, and they worked on some amazing research last summer that I just loved hearing about when they got back to school, like just coming to me, like sharing about their experiences and just allowing me to be a part of their learning has been so special to me this year. I'm trying to get right. I'm really excited to see where the students' passions bring because computer science, meeting with biomedical engineering, meeting with her overall passion for just serving her community is going to make something extraordinary. I'm so happy to have Omotunde come.
As mentioned earlier, Omotunde has a 4.6 GPA and a Magnet Student Council representative as well. She is Vice President of the STEM Club and Secretary of Beta Club. Once again, who's who recipient? Omotunde Falade and teacher temporary Dr. Tiffany Jones. See, Dr. Jones, I didn't even mention that you're the current science rating teacher in all of Georgia. See, so you're going to give it a shine. We're going to give it to everybody who deserves it. So.
So when I tell you reading is fundamental all the time, I got it back. Mr. Joseph.
So you thought he was going to get out of having another picture taken. picture day. All right, our next teacher tapper, to get back with the program, is Ms. Malika Cordes.
Good morning. Good morning. Again, like she said, it's Friday, and I am just excited to be here and honored to be chosen as one of the teacher tappers because this is my 4th year here at South Cobb, and I have never been to this ceremony, and a lot of you guys are new from middle school. And this particular student, I also knew from middle school, but he came into my Alpha 1 class, 9th grade year, 1st semester, and he was outstanding. That 2nd semester, when COVID hit, and we all had to go home, he got up, I think it was every morning, and he played his instrument for his neighborhood, just to be an inspiration in those trying times of COVID. He is also a fantastic track star. He's a leader on the track team, as well as the captain of the cross-country team. So I am so proud to present to you the talented Mr. Ryan Lee.
Ryan here?
We didn't get him because he was wearing
All right. Ryan has many accolades, including the 3.521 GPA, so Ryan and his parents should be very proud. We'll move on to the next teaching tapper, Ms. Brammer.
Hello, y'all. Like so many of today's honorees in person, it is my privilege to introduce Ms. Worked Hard. She has challenged herself intellectually, physically, musically. She's been a leader in orchestra and academic clubs. She's been a leader of her peers through her job as a tutor, all while maintaining a really high GPA. She tried out for a sport she had never played before. And not only did she make the team within 2 months, through sheer force of will and positive attitude, she learned more skills than most people learn in years. But these are actually not the things that make her stand out to me. From my background in business, I know that someone who works hard will always have a job. But if you can motivate yourself and inspire others, if you are authentically kind, and you solve more problems than you create, you can have any career you want to work toward. These are the qualities that make her stand out. These are the traits she embodies. She's about to see how many doors in this world are open to her, and I hope she walks through the ones that bring her joy and most fulfillment. It is with great joy that I bring to the stage Layla Sabri.
I don't even know what sport she's at, but I do know that Layla has a 4.033 GPA. She's been a member of the Chick-fil-A Leader Academy for the past 2 years. She's also been a member of HOSA, National Honor Society, and the Do Something Club. As mentioned, she has a wonderful future ahead of her. Once again, HUSU recipient Layla Sabri and the teacher tapper, Ms. Clancy. Our next teaching tapper, to be honest with you, when I eventually grow up, this is the man I want to become. And you all know why. This is Mr. Victor Burrell.
How you doing? Mr. Burrell, I've been here, this is my 21st year at South Cobb. People know me, know who I am, if you don't. I'm a relationship type of person, so I have to form a relationship, which is what I like. Okay, I also want you to be the very best in my classroom. So this particular student, I've taught her twice. But the first time I taught her, she got a nickname, because I'm real big on nicknames as well. Because sometimes I can't pronounce them, so hey, her nickname is always new. Well, she had the privilege of having 2 nicknames for me. Well, I'm not gonna tell you about her freshman nickname, because if I do that, she would know exactly what I'm talking about. But we'll say that for a little later. Okay, but she's very ambitious young lady, worked really hard, always trying to be the very best. She's quiet at the same time. So she's part of a lot of organizations. And one of the reasons why I really enjoy her because I try to show students that I truly believe in them, but she's also made sure that I know that she truly believes in me. And as a teacher, that means so much to a teacher. Like I said, I'm a racist person. So her name, so I know her name, so I taught her again 11th grade year, and she's such an amazing young lady, and I said, I know why your parents named you with the name they gave you, because they knew exactly what they was doing when they saw you, and I'll give her that nickname in a few minutes. Okay, but instead of staying up too long, well, she had a back, real smart, real work hard, but she would never sit in the front. So I'm like, I need my students to sit up front, so I can give you everything I can give you. So, and I asked her, why are you sitting in the back? I asked her a question, I can't give an answer. I'm like, why? I need some glasses. And so she never wore glasses, so I stayed on her. She wear them now. And this young lady, the reason why I said her name, because of her parents' name, her Joy. And I said, your mama knew what she was doing when she saw you. Okay, so Joy, will you come on up?
There she is, the aptly named Joy Akonji. Joy currently has a 4.39 GPA and is a member of the Chick-fil-A Leader Academy. She's been president of HOSA for 2 years and is a member of the National Honor Society. Joy has also been recognized as a Georgia Scholar by the University of Georgia. Once again, who's who recipient? Joy Akonji and teacher If you'd like to know anything else about Joy's biography, Mr. Burrell will be hanging around later. Answer any questions you may have. He knows more about Joy than Joy knows about Joy. Our next teacher tapper is Ms. Martha Sanderson, who doesn't like wasting time, so she is all about it.
Hi, good morning. I just want to first start out and say that this student has always had a smile on their face. Every time I see them in the hallway, or I have them in class, and any other activities that we've done outside of the classroom, they've always had a smile. This student has really used her time here at Southfield High School to pursue many opportunities that our wonderful school provides for our students. They've taken on several leadership roles in the Southfield High School STEM community. They've also participated in the Helen Griffin Bowl, Magnet Student Council, the Beta Club, National Honor Society, and the Spanish Honor Society. The student has excelled academically and plans to pursue biology and pre-med track in college. And lastly, but not least, the student has also been a joy to have in class and outside of class over the years that I've known her. Please welcome to the stage, Joseph.
Josephine Alagoye has nearly 400 hours of community service here and around South Cobb High School. She has a 4.417 GPA, and she's president of the STEM Club and a member of the Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl. Josephine has been recognized as an AP Scholar by College Board as well. Once again, who's who recipient, Josephine Alagoye, and the teacher tapper, Ms. Martha Sanderson. And next we have several superlatives we're going to give out now. So once again, Master of Ceremonies, Ms. Jackie Valentine.
All right, I am back. At this time, we're going to recognize your senior nominees for Best Leader, Most Likely to Succeed, and Most Dependable. Best Leader, when I call your name, please stand. These are the people that the seniors have voted on that they believe could be president one day. Male nominees, Shaham Vince Abram. And Benjamin Howard. Female nominees for Best Leader, Nyla Smith. Ariana Maxey. And Karen Ashley. Best Leader Male, Mr. Benjamin Howard. dependable. Who you gonna call? For the males, you said you would call Samuel Bowman, Faisal Ajiboy, Samuel Mitchell, David Richardson. For the ladies, you said you would call Jamia Raby, Taylor Moore, Lahala Brooks, Soraya Davis. Most dependable male, Samuel Mitchell. Most dependable female, Kayla Nord.
All right, our next teacher tapper is, I'm proud to say, he's a friend of mine. He was my former next door neighbor when I was here teaching, and he is the eternal Riggs to my ever-aging Murtaugh, if you know what that means. Our next teacher tapper is Mr. Mandrell Perryman.
Like to open by saying, what it do? If you know me, you know I try not to be too serious most of the time. I'm a prankster, jokester, a lot of other things to Mr. Carter. But those students who know me and teachers know me, know I'm big on relationship building with my students, as well as any student I coach. Me, I feel like this is somewhat of a calling in my life to be able to do that, because every kid don't get that. So, you know, I try to build relationships with kids, and this was actually a student that I met because she played soccer, never taught her. And she was one of the ones that, you know, she was kind of aloof at first. Never thought we would even develop a relationship, but she eventually became, and I don't really have favorites in my students to tell you, I tell them that all the time, I don't have a favorite student, you're all my favorites. But she kind of stood out among others because of her great personality, and she just has this natural air about her that makes her a leader. You also know I take, anybody that knows me as a coach, know I take pride in my students' GPA. And I'm proud to say that our soccer team, normally carries the top 1 or 2 GPAs of all sports. So give a round of applause for that, because she I was thinking of how to describe this young lady, and I came up with 4 words: energetic, smart, athletic, and most of all, leading. I'm gonna use the name that most of us affectionately know her by, because she hates when I say her full first name. I want everybody to give a round of applause for Miss Ori.
Or how do you know I ran over that man's foot with a car? He didn't get that emotional, okay? So he must have been lots of fun. Has a 4.33 GPA and has been a member of the Coordination for all 4 years at South Cobb. She's been a member of SGA, treasurer of National Honor Society, and of course she's lettered in varsity soccer. Once again, who's the recipient? Our new teacher captain, Mr. Mandrell Perryman. Everybody over here knows that is the truth. Our next teacher tapper is Ms. Angela Sutton.
Good morning. For those who don't know me, I am Mr. P.R.I.D.E secretary of the school. I do whatever there is to do, I do, and I do it with joy. This student means the world to me. I took her in like a daughter. And the thing about it is, this is my first year even having anything to do with her. I didn't know her until this year. So it is an honor that she selected me, to be her tapper. This student is kind, always with a smile. And one thing that she does for me is she answers the phone. And if you know how answering the phones could be at a high school, then you can only imagine what she goes through. So she's the first voice that a lot of parents hear when they call the school. She's in Beta Club, National Honor Society. She's a member of the African Student Association, band member, Afro Dance. But before I tell you a couple other things, I brought a special guest to come and help introduce this student. Special guest? Serves as a student athletic trainer. This student is
Bernice.
Bernice is led in flag football, and she's been a student athletic trainer as well. She currently has a 4.037 GPA and has received the Academic Excellence Award. She's also been a member of the track team, Beta Club, Secretary of Student Council, you name it. Once again, who's who recipient Bernice Akwume and teacher tapper Miss Angela Sutton. My favorite part was when Miss Sutton introduced who she is. We actually had a gasp out there. It's like, oh, she does exist. The legend is true, ladies and gentlemen. Our next teacher tapper, I've known for a long, long time, and I'm very proud that I have. From the Social Studies Department that manages surreptitiously pinched me in the backside, Mr. Sean Carr.
I have no clue what Mr. Perry was talking about as far as being a jokester. I'm always serious. All right, it's my extreme pleasure to recognize a young man. Again, met him as a freshman. Again, right before, obviously everybody knows the whole COVID thing, we won't get into that. But again, seeing him around school for the past 4 years, always has a smile on his face. Maybe because of his rose-colored glasses, he always seems to look at the good stuff going on. Always a smile on his face. Great young man, having discussions with him as a freshman over TV shows that we're watching together on Netflix. And I'm very jealous of his hair. Young man, Maximino,
Maximino is a member of the Flying Aces as well as Hope. He has a 3.521 GPA, and he's been a magnet mentor as well. Once again, who's who recipient Maximino Rubenstein and teacher. Our next teacher tapper is one of the guiding lights from our counseling department, Ms. Deidre Freeman.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm not gathering a little poetry and something that I won't call reset. A glowing smile with a heart as pure as gold. These attributes were just a snippet of a young lady with such a beautiful soul. You're a fighter. Oh yes. You're not short on your words. And when you want to get your point across, you will surely be heard. Never in a way that is thoughtless, disrespectful, or cold, but you stand in your truth, which is a marvel to behold. You have graced the campus of SCHS for almost 4 years, and through this journey, there have been tough days, there has been laughter, and even a few tears. Yet these tearful moments did not obstruct your vision. It's the lavish memories which have helped you make some tough decisions. There's so much about you that I admire, and the way that you quickly reset, your confidence, your drive, and how you always work to do and be the best. Whatever the career is that you plan on pursuing, I know that you will set the world on fire. Miss Kaylin, you.
Kaylin has a 4.354 GPA and is in softball. She's a member of the Voice Club, Beta Club, as well as the National Honor Society. Once again, who's who recipient Kaylin Ewing and the teacher is Deidre. Our next teacher tapper, once again, is Angela Hurley.
Pick two of us. We're going to play rock, paper, scissors, and get together.
We want to see.
I'm more my usual. Okay, so this student, one of the students I rarely, I don't see students over the breaks in the summer, but this student I see almost every weekend, every break, throughout the summer. She has one of the kindest hearts. And when I say that she wants to help people, she wants to help people, elderly people, animals. Like, her heart is huge. We went to the grocery store, my daughter, we met her, and my daughter, she was 5, she's like, Mom, you teach Elsa? That should give you a hint of who this student is. So it is my pleasure to present Who's Who Award to LaCalla Johnson.
Is LaCalla here? No? Okay. So certainly a lot to be proud of, but we will move on to our next teacher tapper, Ms. Keisha Barnes.
Good morning. It is such an honor to watch this young person grow. I did not teach my student tapper personally, but instead I inherited her. My presence has already properly alerted my student tapper, so give me a moment to quickly brag by playing a game of Who Am I? I can be heard, her 9th grade year, before seen. I'm goal-oriented, involved in numerous extracurricular activities. I'm a fast talker, but I'm also spunky. Who am I? Rookie, Brooklyn, Brook, Crack.
I don't have all of you here, but I do have the book club. So Brooke Craddock has been a member of Chick-fil-A Leader Academy and a tennis student. She's lettered in varsity softball, and she's received the Dual Sport Athlete Award as well. Once again, who's who recipient Brooke Craddock and her teacher tapper, Ms. Barnes.
Great morning again. I am back to tell you about the favorite counselor. The senior class has also selected their favorite counselor. Remember, counselors provide guidance, resolve problems, and provide emotional support. So again, although all of South Carolina High School's counselors exemplify these wonderful traits, you selected one. So this year's favorite counselor is Mrs. Freeman. Congratulations. So moving right along. Finally, the senior class has selected their favorite teacher. A teacher is a hero, a cheerleader, and often a family member. Teachers educate, we motivate, and sometimes rehabilitate. So, the senior class has chosen their favorite teacher, and that person is Miss Rayner.
Congratulations. I was going to chuck esteemed award winners. Next up, teacher tapper is LaShawn Green.
So I have the wonderful honor of presenting a student who I know to be one of the strongest, most courageous women that I know. So I have a small quote, and it goes like this. Strength does not come from what you can do, but from overcoming the things that you thought you couldn't. You are one of the strongest and bravest persons I've ever met, and so full of hope. It is with great pleasure that I have the honor to introduce Liz Mendez. Mr. Lackey, I'd also like, as Liz comes to the podium, to have the teachers say thank you to Liz, because she is the reason why we got bagels once a month last year.
Oh, yeah. As mentioned, Liz is lettered in marching band and has a 3.896 GPA. She was president of Hope and is a member of the Beta Club as well. Liz has over 200 hours of community service. Once again, who's the recipient? Liz Mendez and the teacher tapper, Ms. LaShawn Green. All right, our next teacher tapper on deck is Coach Scott.
Give me great pleasure and honor to speak about this young man. He honestly does not get enough recognition for the things that he's done in the community, for the football team, and for me in life. This young man is very strong in his faith. I've seen him struggle through a lot, but I've also seen him persevere through more. He's the only kid that I know on Max Day that listens to gospel. He does it every single time, and he performs greatly on all his lists. To epitomize that, his junior year last year, he kick-started our season. He got the game-winning interception against the top 5 team in the state, little South Carolina, and it was strictly because of him. He missed most of that season, but came back strong for us. Another great thing about him, he's probably the only kid, the only football player in the past 2-3 years that I've never yelled at. I haven't yelled at him once. He's done everything right. If you know me as a coach, I do a lot of yelling, especially at the South Carolina football team. It's a great honor to talk about this man and introduce this man who has earned the nickname Mr. Reliable Ethan Foam.
community service here in the South Cobb area. Once again, Who's Who recipient Ethan Foma and his teacher tapper, Coach Scott. Our next teacher tapper this morning is Mr. Gators.
Good morning, all. This is my first year here at the wonderful South Cobb High School. When I was hired by Mr. Wilson as the Associate Director of Bands, I told him I liked a challenge. And in my first challenge was, he said, okay, I'm going to throw you to the sharks. And I'm going to put you with the most challenging group in the band. And in band camp, he let me inherit one of the most challenging groups. And in that, he said, I'm going to let you work with this group. And in that, he said, I'm going to let you handle this group of young ladies. So, my first week there, this young lady came up to me and she said, I'm not going to do this, 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 I'm not going to do this. Okay. Because they all thought by this being my first year here, that meant that I was a first year teacher, not realizing that I'm 17 years into the game. Okay, cool. So, I had to love this young lady through that, not realizing that I have kids of my own. So this young lady got to meet Damien, not Mr. Gates. So because that young lady told me that I'm not going to do this, not do this, not do this, she got to meet Dad. So I loved her through it, and because of that, India got to realize that she's my baby now. So India, come into this day. She's not here. So Nadia, you gonna accept on her behalf? Go Nadia, go.
So when she said she's not going to do this, showing up was one of those things. Indy has over 300 hours community service and has also done many other things. She's a member of the Anime Club, Voice Club, Gay Straight Alliance, and the Reading Bowl. So accepting on her behalf is one of her friends. Her sister. They might be friends too. I don't know. You don't follow them. Who's the recipient of the teacher tapper, Mr. Gators? Our next teacher tapper, not for a long time. She's a wonderful teacher from our English department, Ms. Tara Lowenthal.
So I came to South Cobb, started teaching here in 2005. And I'll tell you something. Greatness has always walked these hallways. So I have the honor and the privilege of recognizing one of those amazing greats today. This student isn't just intelligent and hardworking. This student has a kind and generous soul and a willingness to help others. Of course, you know that because you recognize her as a future world leader. And you also elected her your student government president. Congratulations, I love you, everyone.
She's also a part of the yearbook team. She has over 200 hours of community service and has received an attendance award 3 years running. Once again, Who's Who recipient, Ariana Massey, and teacher tapper, Ms. Tara Font. Next up is teacher tapper, Ms. Cynthia Shockey.
Everyone started saying it's such a great pleasure to be here. It's not my pleasure to be on this stage. What do you do this to me? young adults that love art. And it is a pleasure to see that growth and to recognize that growth today. So I'll give you a pass. It is my pleasure to recognize a student that I taught many moons ago when she was a freshman in my geometry class. She was in my geometry class her freshman year because she earned high school credit in algebra in middle school. She's continuing to do so now as she earns college credit in high school. She's in both dual enrollment and AP classes. I do admire her lofty goals, but I respect her peaceful demeanor just as much because of how contagious her contentment was. Seeing her friendly face in the hallways and catching a quick conversation with her always improved my mood. Thank you for saying, how are you doing? Hey, Ms. Shockey, I appreciate seeing you every time, and I mean that. This student is the kind of person we need more of, someone who works on improving themselves and also tries to have a positive impact on everyone else. Please join me in recognizing someone who is literally and figuratively ahead above the rest, Skylar Smith.
Skylar is obviously one of those people who proves that it's the little things in life that matter the most. She is lettered in volleyball, and she is a member of Ladies of Unity, the golf team, and is currently the president of the Boys Club. Skylar has a GPA of 3.542. Once again, who's who recipients? Skylar Smith and her teacher tapper, Ms. Cynthia Shockey. Next up is our teacher tapper, who is all things media and has been here quite a long time, and we're grateful that he has been here all those years, Mr. Brian Ragsdale.
Thank you. It's an honor to be selected to recognize this particular student. His talent, work ethic, and positive outlook is on display every day in the Media Center. I know many of you have seen it throughout the years. He's become an essential part of our team in the Media Center. And the reason I say this, he's the longest serving mentor we've ever had since I've been here, which Mr. Lackey told you a little bit. So, if you would help me welcome Samuel Orion.
Sam is going to come to the stage, and he's currently a member of several clubs that includes, but not limited to, National Honor Society, Boys Flying Aces. Samuel has a 3.94 GPA and has been recognized by 100 black men of Metro Atlanta. Once again, who's the recipient? Samuel Orilla, and his teacher tapper, Mr. Brian Ragsdale. Next up, the tag team that you know and love, Ms. Jackie Valentine and Ms. Lisa Gibson.
Ms. Valentine, everyone looks so good today.
Thank you. I'm so proud of them. Give yourselves a hand.
Our young men, very handsome.
Can we have the young men stand up so I can get a better look?
Technically, didn't define young, but
and you've never had Ms. Valentine, stand, keep standing. If you've never had any one of us, keep standing.
If you've never been in a club we sponsor, keep standing. We still got a lot of them out there.
Okay, how about, if your name, the first letter of your name starts with a consonant, please remain standing.
consonants. It's a non-vowel. It's a non-vowel.
If your first name is John, remain standing. Young man, whose
through elimination, we found the one we're looking for. John C. Oliver has over 200 hours of community service and was captain of the basketball team. He has a 3.659 GPA and was a member of DECA when he was at his previous high school. Once again, who's who recipient John C. Oliver, and then both teachers captains, Ms. Jones and Ms. Gibson.
And we are here on behalf of Mrs. Wheaton, who could not be here today.
Our next teacher tapper, Ms. Althea Roy.
I was very honored to be selected to recognize and have this student participate in our event. The student has been an active member of Do Something Club, P.R.I.D.E Club, and National Honor Society, just to name a few. They are also a College Board ambassador, and they were awarded the 80 Scholar Award by College Board. If you know me, I'm really big on writing, and I want you all, when you graduate, to go write. I also want you to serve your community. While the student is vocally soft-spoken, she is a powerful writer. She has won writing awards, and she uses that ability to empower others. She also has 230 plus community service hours, and I'm very proud to taught this student as a freshman and to see her grow. I welcome Victoria.
Victoria has a 4.458 GPA and is currently a member of the Do Something Club. She's also part of Beta, National Honor Society, and she is a College Board ambassador. Once again, who's who recipient, Victoria Ayene, and her teacher tapper, Ms. Althea. For our next teacher tapper, they only had one letter on here, but I told her I have to give her full due. So some people are known by one name, she's usually known by one letter, which is pretty cool. Coach E, Coach Erica Morris.
All right, good morning. All right, here we go. Scholarly excellence has always been the expectation. This eagle reaches and surpasses most through hard work and dedication. I have cheered you on while you cheer others toward victory. Your protective and stubborn spirit collide to create the perfect balance. Family and friends watch in awe as you utilize their God-given talents with ease. Your determination has created a path full of possibilities. Universities have offered academic scholarships that will catapult you on your next journey. You stood proudly on court, displaying grace and beauty as you were crowned. There have been 6,449 days since March 23rd, 2005. 6,000 plus opportunities to watch you blossom and grow. 6,000 plus chances to provide unconditional love. I'm not in your presence on a daily basis. However, our bond was solidified even before I first saw your face. You bounced in your mother's womb after she ate candy yams and cornbread. Although I was scared to hold your tiny frame, clueless as what to do. Your mom knew I loved you before you were you. It is my honor and a pleasure to present the next exclusive recipient, Ms. Kalia Thornton.
Kalia has led in varsity cheerleading for 2 years. She has over 400 hours of community service, and she's been recognized as Blue and Gold for a long time. It's not very often you get to be presented by someone who's known you your entire life. Who's your recipient? Kalia Thornton and her teacher tapper, Coach Erica Morris. Our next teacher tapper on deck is Ms. April Howard.
Good morning to everybody. It is my pleasure to honor an amazing
shy, very bashful.
but has maintained an awesome academic excellence, and over the years, she came with the mindset that failure is not an option. She has participated in many activities here at the school, and of course, she has maintained a high GPA. I bring to the stage and ask that you welcome her along with me, Kayla Harshaw.
Kayla is a member of the Beta Club, National Honor Society, and Low Brass Sergeant for Marching Band. You didn't even know there was such a thing until now. Kayla also has a 3.813 GPA. Once again, who's the recipient? Kayla Harshaw, and her teacher tapper is April Howard. Standing behind me is our next teacher tapper, a man who does many things here, but he's also the leader of our varsity boys soccer program. It is Mr. Robert Bird.
Good afternoon. If you know, you know. Today I present to you a gem of South Carolina. An eagle who walks amongst you each day and does it the right way, the only way, the eagle way. Consistently consistent, soft-spoken yet quietly confident, trustworthy and driven, this person seems to have made a commitment to themselves that the pursuit of glory is the only path. In the classroom, it's been no question of the result, which is excellence, and not a single class below 80%. A feat not easily attained, but a flex of the intellect and wit to not only get it done in the classroom, but to get it done to the best of their ability. A multiple sport athlete, musician, and deceptively popular individual, they have literally ran laps around South Carolina, played feverishly in the marching band, and helped defend the attack on the nest in Clay Stadium. I've known them for 4 years, and man, has it flew by. Pre, during, and post-pandemic, they have not wavered in their approach to do the best to walk the halls of South Carolina. Do they make mistakes? Absolutely. Have they struggled at times? Of course. Have there been rough times and things not go their way? Without question. Since day one, I've told them I ask for 100% effort, as it's a reflection of their desire to be great, and I can't coach them. And each and every day, they have hung to that and improved consistently for 3 years. Leader, son, brother, friend, student athlete, the who's of who. I'm more than proud to have the honor of introducing to you a true Kevin Long.
As mentioned, he was very multifaceted. Kevin has been part of the boys soccer team, a marching band, and has done it in cross country as well. Kevin has a 3.604 GPA and has received the Spirit of the Eagle Award. Once again, who's who recipient? Kevin Lara and his teacher tapper, Mr. Robert Bird. Our next teacher tapper is ready to go. Here we have Ms. Warren.
Hello. I gotta lower this because I'm not as tall as everybody else. I am honored to introduce this hardworking, dependable, and driven individual. At the beginning of the semester, I asked all dance students to perform a solo dance introducing themselves to the class. In my 8th year here as a dance teacher, I've seen a lot of solos at South Carolina, but none have moved me or given me goosebumps or touched me like this dancer's. She was wise, she's classy, and just a little bit sassy. Think Sophia from the Golden Girls mixed with Diane from Blackfish. Yeah. In her short time here at South Carolina, as this is her first semester with us, she has already left her mark on the dance program, this stage, and the football field, and in all the hearts of those who know her. I am pleased to present Miss Nahania Howard.
athletic career. Once again, who's the recipient? Nahania Howell and her teacher tapper, Ms. Warren. Our next teacher tapper not only graduated from South Cobb, she loved it so much and came back, and she's a former Teacher of the Year here at South Cobb, Ms. Lauren Bales.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. To you. Could you have ever imagined how dramatically your ninth grade year would change? On March 13, 2020, our lives drastically changed. I still remember how shy, cheerful, bright, and innocent we were as a student. Initially, we thought we would return within 2 weeks. But things shifted differently. The moment you and your peers turned on your cameras during our virtual sessions had always been something I looked forward to because black screens were no-go in our added classes. You became more vital than ever in your academics due to tutorial sessions, one-on-one conferencing, and a little push, of course, from me. As part of my effort to keep you and your peers engaged during your second year of high school, I incorporated guest speakers into our Zoom sessions. I noticed your level of interest when frontline workers in the COVID-19 crisis presented information on their career choice. It was dope to see your eyes shift to the medical and health sciences field, especially during times like now. Witnessing your academic growth and perseverance and becoming an advocate for yourself and your future endeavors were my most monumental moments as your teacher. Whenever I see you, I will continue to tell you. I said I'm going to cry. I am truly proud of you and believe you are capable of achieving any and all goals you set for yourself. I am genuinely and honored to acknowledge your diligent work and accomplishments. Jimena Medina. Soar and shine gracefully and resiliently in every space and room you enter.
So many here. Well, congratulations to Amanda. Next up, we have superlatives. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, so we're going to do athletic superlatives and then. Yes, you're on deck, don't worry.
All righty, most athletic seniors. They're either multiple sport athletes or they have outstanding stats to back it up. Gentlemen, please stand when your name is called. Ethan Foma, Bradley, and Jason Dean. It was tight between the females, came down to just two. Chidi Amala and Shahani Farmer. Most athletic male, Ty Bradley. We will accept on his honor. Most athletic female, Shahani Farmer.
All right, and now, yes, as Ms. Isom says, for real, for real. Once again, teacher tapper is Bobby Isom.
All right, so today, I have the honor, and I'm for real this time. I have the honor of having a wonderful young lady. I've only known her for really just this semester. She's in my health and personal fitness class, and when I tell you, she is so polite and just so sweet. And even with her quiet presence, I know she is a beautiful soul who, might I add, has been
she has the cutest little things in her hair and all these cute little outfits on her. Just a beautiful person. In the short time that I've known her, she is the epitome of a young woman who is going far enough. She is well deserving of this honor today. So we did an assignment in class, and I had them do positive affirmations about themselves, because I always talk to my students that you need to be able to be your best cheerleader. We are your cheerleaders too, but you have to be your own as well. So I'm going to read a little something that she said by herself, which I totally agree with everything that's on here. She said, I am kind-hearted, I am enthusiastic, I am selfless.
Some of my colleagues have said. But I have to tell you a secret about me. I have a special heart for one kind of kid, and those are the band kids. What I call orca dorks, if you're one of the orchestra folks. The choral folks, the drama folks, because that's what I started out in. In my family, you don't graduate from high school, you just leave in the 12th grade and go straight to Nashville, which is what my dad and everyone else has done. But I had a different calling, so I tried that life for a while and didn't really like it. And said, this is what I need to do. And so I say that because I have the student that I'm going to honor today in my class, and she is walking in my footsteps. She is holding and band the same position that I held, and band kids are just quirky. They get it. I can say hash mark. I can say DCI, and you guys know what I mean, right? I can say, like, when you're going to the mall and we're in a crowd, you find yourself trying to stay in step with the person in front of you, you're just weird that way. It's just, that's this person, okay? She is the total package. She is so intelligent, so poised, and I'm just so honored to be able to acknowledge her, Shauna McElwain.
Sean, not here? Oh, I wanted to see some big chair step up. I know all those band terms as well. Just wanted to take a second to the parents who are here and to all the students. You can obviously see that we don't do the teaching thing because we love paperwork, believe me. It's because you guys actually mean a lot to us, and you kind of warm your way into our hearts, and you can see that by all the emotion here tonight, or this morning. So thanks to all the teachers who are sharing all of what these students mean to us. Our next teacher tapper is somebody who's been here a long time, the wonderful leader of our full department, Miss Jackie Smiley.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I have the pleasure of getting to tap a young lady who has been with me her entire high school career. And as many other teachers have said today, those of us who get to meet you as freshmen and watch you grow, that's what lives in our hearts. We get to see you progress from possibly maybe not the most confident to these wonderful young people who have the whole world at their fingertips, and you leave us, we hope, with what we've instilled in you is the drive to go get what you want and the confidence that you can do it. This young lady has definitely